Hi there. Welcome to another edition of the ZAKA programs that we're doing. My name is David Rawlings. I'm an Israeli citizen living here in Israel. I'm a Christian. I volunteered for the Israeli army when it was time for me to do my army service. And over the years, I've noticed that there were many volunteer organizations in Israel. And one of the most amazing volunteer organizations is ZAKA. And today we're talking with Yossi Landeau. And hi, Yossi. Thank you for joining us. And Yossi, I just want to talk a little bit about what makes up Yossi. Because to be a ZAKA volunteer is a full-time job, very difficult job, a job that most people wouldn't even dream of doing. And so could you explain a little bit about what ZAKA is for you?
Okay, ZAKA is for me, it's first of all, ZAKA is a family thing. Okay, we're one big family, and not only the members of ZAKA, the volunteers, but all the other families that we come through to help them. And basically become like one family. Just as an example, every Passover I have in my house for the full week a family from Emmanuel that the father got killed in a bus attack, and with 6 children they come to my house for the whole Passover. And that's what we do, not only for Passover, but we have for any other occasions. We go to all the smechot, we go to all the occasions,
all the celebrations.
If it's a wedding, if it's something, we try to attend all the celebrations that they have, because we feel as one family.
Right. I mean, the second birth. I mean, a lot of people have explained that concept of in your position as a lifesaver, give somebody another birthday.
That's correct, and we feel it. Sometimes when I go and life-saving, as you said, and we do it a lot. Only 3 weeks ago was my anniversary, my 20th anniversary, when I went to celebrate with my wife, and I came home. It was 1 o'clock at night, and I got a call that a baby is choking, and I went to that baby, and I saved that baby. And for me, what it made me like another celebration right now, not an anniversary, when I had it in the same night, and I saved a life. And when you save a life, and when you work in ZAKA, when you volunteer in ZAKA, and you know that by saving the death, that's what we're doing, you save the lives too, because every human being wants to be treated as a human being. And when the families, when they come up to such a unfortunate, they come up like a disaster that happened to the closest, and there's somebody behind them and helping them by doing what they're doing, they know that they could lay on somebody that is doing the job. It saves lives too.
It's amazing. Okay, so what to you? I mean, obviously you have 10 children.
I have 10 children. That's correct. Baruch Hashem. My oldest is 19.
Okay.
And my youngest is 2.5 months.
Oh my goodness! Congrats.
And it's hard sometimes for the kids.
Of course, but I mean, okay, it's hard for the kids. But how do you feed the kids if you're on call 24/7?
Well, I have a business. It's an international freight forwarding business in offices, couple places in the world. And sometimes it's hard. You have to know that's one thing that we were taught in ZAKA too. You can't. There was people in ZAKA that came volunteer, and they were so in it that they didn't have what to feed for the kids. But one thing that we went through when all the psychologists and everything, and they come and teach us that you have to know where to put a stop. Sometimes somebody else would go to that call. If you're busy with your job, somebody else would have to go to that call. You don't have to be always on call. You should try. And now myself, It's called a Kambats. It's like a lieutenant or something like it. It's in ZAKA, in my area, in the south area, in Ashdod.
You're like a leader of...
A leader of, I got 180 volunteers behind me that I have to be involved, not be physically on the spot, but I have to be involved in each call, that to know that the volunteers are going and everything is taken care of. And sometimes when it's more major, I will have to go, and sometimes I have to say, for my job, somebody else should do my job, because I have workers. It's not by myself. It's not a business that it's dependent on myself. I have workers. They could do the job. And the same thing when I go out of Israel, and that happens a lot. I was almost in every attack. If it's a terror attack, if it's a disaster, a major disaster, international, I was there.
So let's see. We're talking. Were you in Turkey?
I was in Turkey.
Were you in Mumbai?
In Mumbai.
Were you in Thailand?
In Thailand.
Were you in Boston?
In Boston. I was in Namibia.
Namibia.
Namibia, when a plane fell in five.
Okay, I remember that.
And it fell into a Christian house, to a lady. She's a very nice lady, and she's Christian, and she's just
a beeper from ZAKA.
Okay, that's it's a call for life-saving. Somebody's doing it.
Okay, good.
And
Namibia.
In Namibia, and we still in touch with that lady, and I made a bar mitzvah not too long ago. She came for the bar mitzvah because we came so close, and she believes that a miracle has happened to her, because they were sitting in the dining room when that plane fell, and it didn't happen in the children's bedroom. I was there, and I saw in the children's bedroom, and the children were there in the bedroom, and nothing happened. They weren't injured, and she's such a believing lady that we became so close to each other, to the family. She became a volunteer of ZAKA in Namibia.
Oh my goodness!
And we still in touch. We speak about once in 2 weeks. We speak.
What is her name?
Marshall.
Marshall?
Marshall.
Okay, so this will be up on the internet, so you can tell her to check it out.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Very cool.
And that's we becoming close. Wherever we go, we becoming close with the community, whatever. Because same thing happened in Boston. Now we were in Boston, right? When the Continental plane fell, the state police over there, they're not that they're very tough. But when they saw us,
push comes to shove, they're hard to put the gloves on.
They saw us as volunteers in the bitter cold weather, working and doing the job. They asked us to become a volunteer of ZAKA. So we exchanged. We gave them a vest of ZAKA. We taught them a little bit. And we're in touch. More than that, when was 11 years ago, when I thought that I'm old enough. There's younger people that could go and volunteer. And when I was in New York, and I travel a lot, I was in New York, and when that September 11 attack happened, I was there 5 minutes away, and I'm a volunteer in New York. I started my volunteer in Datsula in New York, for talking about 25 years ago. Then I started over there volunteering in Datsula, and when I came over there for Hatzalah, that's first aid, to try to help people, and I was trapped for 7 hours in the rubbles in the World Trade Center.
I'm going to stop you there. If you want to hear this story, you'll have to go to the next clip that we're going to be putting up on the website, where Yossi will tell us exactly what happened in 9/11.